A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic incident, Wera Hobhouse, a British member of parliament from the Liberal Democratic Party representing Bath, was denied entry to Hong Kong last week, marking the first such refusal since the former British colonies returned to Chinese rule in 1997. The situation has sparked outrage among UK officials and raised questions about the treatment of foreign politicians in Hong Kong. Hobhouse, who had traveled to Hong Kong to visit her newborn grandson, expressed her distress on the social media platform Blue Sky, stating, "Authorities gave me no explanation for this cruel and upsetting blow. I hope the Foreign Secretary will recognize that this is an insult to all parliamentarians and seek answers from the Chinese ambassador." Upon her arrival at Hong Kong International Airport, Hobhouse was detained and questioned by immigration officials. She described the experience as harrowing, stating that her passport was confiscated, her luggage was searched, and she was escorted by 4 immigration officers. After 5 hours of waiting, she was put on a flight back to the UK without being able to see or hold her grandchild. The British consulate in Hong Kong acknowledged the incident, stating that it was raising the matter urgently with local authorities. However, there has been no immediate response from Hong Kong officials regarding the reasons behind the refusal of entry. The UK government has expressed its deep concern over the situation. Business Secretary Jonathan Reynolds stated, "We are greatly concerned and we need an account of exactly what has happened. If Wera has been denied access because she's a British MP, that would be something we take very seriously." Liberal Democrat leader Ed Davey called for an urgent meeting between Hobhouse and the Foreign Secretary, David Lammy, to discuss the incident and summon the Chinese ambassador for an explanation. The incident has been interpreted by many as a politically motivated act, particularly given Hobhouse's affiliation with the Interparliamentary Alliance on China, IPC, a group of politicians that scrutinizes China's human rights record and has been critical of its crackdown on free speech in Hong Kong. Hobhouse herself suggested that the denial of entry was an attempt to silence her, stating, "It is very chilling that authoritarian countries can treat us in this way. Until now, I think there had been a diplomatic understanding that we might have different values, different political ideas, but there is some sort of basic rule in which we allow politicians into each other's countries. And that sort of understanding seems to be collapsing." In a joint statement, other British MPs who are members of IPC urged the UK government to take a strong stand against what they described as an affront to democratic principles and personal freedoms. They emphasized that Hobhouse's detention and deportation without explanation appeared to be linked to her criticism of Beijing's human rights record. The incident coincides with ongoing efforts by UK ministers to develop trade and investment links with China and Hong Kong, raising further questions about the implications for UK-China relations. The MP stated that the Hong Kong authorities felt able to deny entry to a sitting parliamentarian while simultaneously hosting UK ministers is an insult to Parliament. That they appear to have done so because of an objection to something a UK MP has said in the legitimate exercise of her duties is a challenge to our core values as a nation. Lammy has committed to raising the issue with both Hong Kong and Beijing authorities, expressing his concern over the refusal of entry for a British MP on a personal trip. Hobhouse recounted the emotional toll of being denied access to her family, saying, "When I was given the decision, my voice was shaking and I was just saying, 'Why, please explain to me.' They never gave me an explanation. That was so cruel. I just said, I want to see my grandson. I want to cuddle him." The situation has drawn attention not only for its implications on UK-China relations, but also for the broader issue of how authoritarian regimes handle foreign politicians. Hobhouse noted that she had been careful to keep her political activities separate from her personal visit, yet still found herself caught in a politically charged situation. The incident is reminiscent of previous cases where British MPs have been banned from entering China, highlighting ongoing tensions between the UK and China over human rights issues. As the fallout from this incident continues, it remains to be seen how the UK government will respond and what impact this will have on future diplomatic relations with Hong Kong and China. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.